way a bunch of hammer and chisel, good-hearted Americans did this at the turn of the century.
How do we carve granite with such precision at the turn of the century with just hammers and chisels? Well, let's ask them. They wrote an article about carving granite in Scientific American magazine in 1892. Now, before you could mold and polish the stone, you did have to break it up into smaller pieces using a feather and wedge technique. You mark your line with a chisel. You would need to drill a small hole somehow to fit the feather and the wedge. But fortunately, in 1871, Samuel Ingersoll invented this, the pneumatic drill. And because granite is made up of all these little crystals, you can cut this a lot of different ways that you want. So once you break it down into a size you can transport, you can bring it to a stoneworks like this in New Jersey. To cut slices of granite, they would literally saw it with a 1/2-inch thick steel blade. The sawing was done by machine, and sand was added as an abrasive to help do the cutting. It wasn't the teeth of the saw. The molding and shaping of the granite was also done by machine. They say this replaced the work of 12 men. The stone would sit in place, and the machine was a moving pneumatic chisel. But to mechanically polish the stone, they would suspend it above a spinning 13-foot diameter cast iron wheel with felt and sand as the abrasive. So I wouldn't call this impossible. Yes, they were pretty good at this, but they weren't close to pyramid level precise. I took this picture of the shadowing on the stones to show you some of the imperfections. But I will throw these theorists a bone, because while I do think we have a really good idea of how we built this in the 1920s, I haven't seen a good explanation for the precision in ancient Egypt, but maybe I gotta go see it for myself.